Ugratara Temple, Dadeldhura, the major Shaktipit of the far west. Ugratara Temple is considered the primary Shaktipit in the far west of Nepal. Situated 4 kilometers west of Dadeldhura, it is one of the 9 Bhagavati temples in this region. Many years ago, the village of Latauli, near the site of Ugratara Bhagavati, was inhabited by the Saki caste, a fact evident by the landforms in the area. The Saki people living around the temple were primarily engaged in agricultural work. One day, while a Saki farmer was plowing, the plowshare got stuck in a rock and a continuous stream of blood began to flow. Despite their best efforts, the Saki villagers could not stop the blood flow, and soon a river of blood started running. This river is still known today as Talanwakhola, which flows near the temple. To stop the blood, the farmer applied his khichdi, made from meat, to the rock where the wound had occurred, and the bleeding ceased. The rock was then preserved and the temple was later built around it. These farmers became the first priest of the temple. There is also a tradition in the appointment of priest in the Ugratara area. When the priest was absent, Brahmins would perform worship at the distance from the outer rock. Additionally, another legend about the priest is also prevalent. It is customary for the children of the temple's priests to renounce their household life and dedicate themselves to performing traditional worship and serving the goddesses. The priests enter the temple through a small window at Saileshwar Mahadev Temple, located 5 kilometers below Nanchutukri, and carry out other religious activities. A legend tells of a time when the priest of Ugratara Mata, who had no children in his old age, repeatedly requested the goddess for a child. The goddesses warned him, saying, "You will suffer later." But the priest persisted, and eventually he had a son. As the son grew up, he began managing the household responsibilities of the priest. One year, just before the Ugratara fair, many guests arrived in the village, and it was the village's duty to welcome them. Everyone was busy fulfilling their duties. However, in the middle of the night, the daughter-in-law, preoccupied with the guests, paid no attention to the old mother. Angered by this, the old woman sent to Ugratara temple that night and cried out, "May the son receive from the palace of the master Paris." The very next day, at noon, on the day of the fair, her son died. Another legend relates to the glory of Ugratara. During the famous fair held on the full moon in Kartik in ancient time, the warriors from the Gorkha region would battle valiantly, causing river of blood to flow. This river is now known as Nuakhola. The Ugratara Bhagavati fair, worship at Dehijat, attracts thousands of devotees every year from far west province Karnali and even neighboring India. The fair is celebrated at the night Ratedi and the second day Diusedi of Kartik Sukla Purnima. At Ugratara Bhagavati temple, located in the area of Khamata, Chachuta, Dumta and Jiloda Bran storehouse, the Ratedi fair begins with Deuru in the morning and Diusedi fair follows after. Special pujas and worship and rituals are also performed on the day of Astami, and the tradition of sacrificing a goat is continued. Thank you.